Hi guys, it is Aurora with Goddess Gatherings, and today we're going to talk about manifesting, which is a little different, right? Like, I'm not the kind of person that normally talks about manifesting, and I'm not the kind of person who really tries to manifest consciously. I personally think that the best way to manifest is by being your most authentic self, being the most stripped down, bare version of yourself without really trying to conform to any of the ideals that society pushes upon you. And I say that because why manifest something that you don't have? How will you manifest something that you don't have? By being an inauthentic version of yourself. Right? Does that make sense? I feel like manifesting is the easiest when you match your vibration to the vibration of the thing that you're trying to receive, right? We've all heard this before. You're just raising your vibrations to match the vibrations of the thing that you desire. But I feel like every time you perform for others, every time you let things that you don't stand for happen and let them slide, every time that you pretend to be someone else that you are not, you grow further away from who you want to be, and you also grow further away from what you are trying to receive. So by being the healthiest, most authentic version of yourself, you are getting closer to that thing that you desire, because obviously you're not desiring something that is going to lower your vibration. You're not desiring and asking for your guides for something that will do you harm mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You're obviously asking for something that will only make your life better. So why not start by making your life better by being yourself? And I feel like this sounds like really simple. And in theory, it is. But in reality, it's difficult. Because what if the version of yourself that is the most authentic is very different than everyone else around you? That shit can be lonely. And maybe it's because I'm speaking as a neurodiverse person in a neurotypical world. Maybe it's because I'm constantly trying to navigate those fields that I feel like it's difficult. Maybe for neurotypical people, this is easy. And if it is, holy fucking crap. Lucky for you. But it's not easy for me. At all. And that's because people often don't like to hear what I have to say. Because I have strong opinions, like really strong opinions often. And I feel like I'm not alone in that. I feel like these opinions that I have because I'm standing up for other people. Because I'm standing up for myself. And it is painful every time that I air out these thoughts, these opinions, these things that are inherently a core part of my being, and they are rejected. But that is me being my most authentic self. Now, that's not to say that I don't have my own layer of protection, that I'm just boldly and bravely going and airing my opinions left or right and doing weird things that I know are off-putting and rude. No, I'm not doing that. That would be dumb. We want you to be authentic. We don't want you to put yourself in danger. So obviously, know your set and setting. It's a rule that works for multiple situations, if you know what I mean. Right? I feel like there's just something I'm missing in this conversation. Now we are going to draw some cards. I know this is going to be a little bit of a ramble this week. Once again, I am using... I forgot the name. Hold on. I forgot the name of this deck. Stay here with me, guys. Stay here. Star Spinner. Using the Star Spinner Tarot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where to look when I make these videos. Usually doesn't matter as much because I am like dealing with cards for a long period of time. But I'm like, do I look at myself? Because that's that way. Do I look at the camera? Because that feels weird. Am I looking you in the eye right now? Am I seeing into your soul? I don't know. So I'm gonna draw a few cards to see if maybe there is a way that I can make this message come across a little bit smoother. Spirit, how can I convey this message? Thanks for coming along on the ride for me, guys. It's a rambly one. Okay, we got the Sun. Ooh, childhood. Who were you when you were a kid? Before everyone told you how you should be? Who were you? What version of yourself is still there inside of you? Is that childhood version of yourself still there? Can you find them? Can you bring them forward? I keep seeing all of these TikToks that are like, being in your 30s is just doing the things you wanted to do as a kid, but with no one to make you feel embarrassed. No, that's wrong. There are still people there to make you feel bad about the things that you enjoy. You just stopped caring, or you're on the journey to stop caring. That's part of being your most authentic self. If you fucking love Sailor Moon and you want to wear cute little Sailor Moon accessories, as a grown adult, there are people who will make fun of you for that, just like there were kids who would make fun of you for that. As a grown adult, if you want to make your bedroom and your bathroom look like a rainforest because it brings you joy, because it gives you all of the dopamine, do it. Maybe your childhood version of yourself wanted to live in a rainforest, but you're stuck in Texas and that's not quite a rainforest, and your parents wouldn't let you hang fake vines all over the house and all over your bedroom, but now you're an adult and you can do it. It's little things like that that is the act of being your most authentic self. It's like following your desires, right? And not just, I want to have a big house, I want to have $1 million. Not just those things. It's also like wanting to be a more creative person and having the guts to go take that art class, right? That's manifesting. That's manifesting your dream life. I feel like often we use manifestation for big, lofty goals, but that's not something you necessarily need spirit for, right? Like wanting to be an artsy person. What are the artsy people in your life that you look up to do? They go and they take chances. They go and they do new things. Are you doing those new things? Are you taking those chances? I don't know. Is it scary? Absolutely. Do I do it all the fucking time? No. I am a scared ass little bitch all the fucking time. But every time that I push past that scaredness, every time that I push past the hesitation, it's worth it. And that's why I'm having a berserker year. If you're new, if you haven't been following me on my various social media since the new year, my word for the year is berserker. And that's because I want to do things that make me scared. Doing this video right now makes me scared. Starting this YouTube channel made me scared. But I did it anyway. And to me, that's berserker. Maybe to you, that's not berserker because maybe that's just a normal part of your life. Maybe putting yourself out on the internet is normal for you, but it's not for me. And it makes me uncomfortable, but I'm doing it anyway because I want to live my life differently than how I've been living it. And that is manifestation. My life will not be different unless I make it different. We can use magic all of the time. We can ask our spirit guides for things all of the time. But it is a mix of the magical and the mundane that will get you where you want to go. You cannot manifest love and then go home after work immediately and never put yourself out there. What's the perfect man gonna do? Knock on your door and say, hey, love me? You would call the cops. You would not answer the door. And if you did, you would answer it with a baseball bat. Magical and mundane. Let's see what the next card is. I'm going going on rants now. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords in reverse. So, rest, lack of rest. I feel like that plays really well into the doing the things that your childhood self wants to do. So let me reshuffle. What's another thing that we can do to manifest without manifesting? The Lovers. Okay, what is this? This is a journey of loving yourself at the end of the day, because you're allowing you to put yourself first. You're not allowing what other people think of you to come first. You're not allowing your fears to come first. You're allowing your desires to come first. That's what this whole journey is. And like, I mean, look at them. They're surrounded by these beautiful apples. Sorry, nudity? Does this count as nudity? They don't even have nipples. This isn't for children anyway. Adults. Be an adult. Be an adult. Don't be weird about this. Don't be, I want to keep using this duck. Don't be weird about this. Anyway, they're surrounded by abundance, right? Like, love yourself. Love every version of yourself. Even the versions of yourself that you are ashamed of, they deserve love. You deserve love. You cannot manifest the dream life you desire if you're going to be ashamed of it when you get there. You absolutely cannot. You won't even appreciate it. If you can't, if you're ashamed of yourself for who you are now, how are you going to appreciate where you're going? And I'm not talking about the, oh, I'm ashamed because I'm not there yet. I'm talking about like being ashamed of who yourself because of what you desire in the first place. If you're manifesting something that you're scared to tell other people about, you're not going to be able to enjoy it when you get there, when it gets there, when it comes into your life. You're still going to be afraid. It's not very berserker of you. Be berserker. Be it. Do it. What's the support card for that? Yeah. Fucking, it's upside down. I'm showing it to you right side up. Yeah, she's doing things outside of society's expectations. You need to love yourself enough to do things that you deem outside of society's expectations. You don't have to conform. You don't have to. Who says you have to? Because it makes your life easier? Does it truly? Does it truly make your life easier? Because I don't fucking think it does. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying to manifest things. Because I know you're manifesting more than money. Fuck this capitalist society, but I know you're manifesting more than money if you stayed here for this long. No. Once again, guys, being your most authentic self is the easiest way to manifest. Am I still working on it? Yes. Does it get a little bit easier every fucking day? Yes. Sometimes, does it feel like I haven't made any progress? Abso-fucking-lutely. But when I look back at where I was even a year ago, I see the progress that I have made in manifesting my dream life. We talk about manifesting all the time like it's this big magical thing, but it does not have to be. It doesn't have to be mystical. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It doesn't have to be sparkly. It can be mundane, guys. It can be mundane, and that's okay. I know I'm a spiritual account. I know that I'm a spiritual person, but I see magic in the mundane, okay? Last thing. This will be the last part that we touch on. How can you manifest? How can I tell people to manifest? What's our next focus? Just tell me what I need to know, y'all. Three of Cups in reverse. I love these little mermaids. How cute are they? And the Four of Cups in reverse. So to me, this reads as just being your own best friend, right? I feel like we forget that we can keep ourselves company. Because once again, doing these things can be a little isolating, because when you stop conforming, that triggers people because they're conforming too. We don't all like the same things. We're not all doing the same thing because we genuinely enjoy it. Some of us are doing these things because we know that we should, and because we know that it will be easier if we go along with the flow of things. And when you stand still against the current, it creates waves. Now, I'm not saying that going with the flow, going with the currents is a bad thing. It doesn't have to be. It's only a bad thing if it's not natural for you. And sometimes things feel natural and sometimes things don't feel natural. And that's okay. But when they don't feel natural, don't do them. And if you lose some people in your life because of that, they weren't meant to be in your life in the first place. And you can be your own friend. You are allowed to celebrate yourself alone. It is okay to be your own friend because eventually you will find more. You will find more people who you resonate with, more people who understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and will celebrate you for it. It might take longer than you want, but you will find them and they will see you for who you are and they will celebrate you. So, thanks for listening. If you would like your own personal tarot reading or a chat with your guides or a timeline jump, feel free to reach out to me. If you enjoyed this, if this made sense, if this resonated, please leave me a comment. This was pretty much just me doing a mix of tarot and channeling at the same time about a subject that's just been turning and grinding and circling in my brain for the past 24 hours. So I hope you enjoyed the ride. I know it was a little different than what we typically do. But thanks for being here and thanks for staying. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I wish you good luck on your journey towards being yourself. I know that you are a beautiful, amazing person. I can see it, and I hope you can too.